What's up, everybody? I'm back. Said I'd talk about 4.3 today, but that's only partially true. Reason being was I actually noticed that Panzer of Trade Chat, the one I gave a shout out to yesterday, did a fairly good review of 4.3. So go ahead and check her page out if you want one. The only thing I'm going to bring into play is the change to Death Knights. It's tanking Death Knights to be specific. The whole aspect with Death Strike and how it's even if you miss it, it will still add the blood shield and all that. I just wanted to give my little input on that. I've tanked for a while now. I've been a tank in World of Warcraft for 5 years, pretty much as a paladin. Also a feral druid and a death knight. And being a death knight tank myself, and actually my Death Knight tank is my most geared player right now, and I've been playing him for the last year or so. Um, that is really kind of a stupid change. It kind of pisses me off because what it's doing is it's allowing all the players out there that are bad Death Knight tanks a crutch. Death Knight tanks aren't bad tanks. That change to the game is not even honestly needed, in my opinion. It's really it's stupid. People have as tanks, they're nowadays they don't even put hit rating. They'll sit there and stack mitigation and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, that's cool and all, but you still need threat. You still need to be able to have some sort of hit rating so that you can hold threat and all that. And they were saying, oh, other tanks don't need hit rating, so Death Knights, all this sort of stuff. Well, see, if a Death Knight has 100% hit rating, they have 100% block, essentially, because that Blood Shield is essentially a block from that all the other tanks have, except for the Druids, of course. But it's, yeah, honestly, you're just giving a crutch that was to all the bad Death Knight tanks out there. In my opinion, instead of doing this, players that play Death Knights, you enjoy your character, right? You sit there and you do like to play your character. Learn to play it. Experiment. You know, toy with the aspects of your character. Don't just sit there and bitch and complain because you can't get your character to work. It's or all other tanks are better and la da da da. No, honestly, Death Knight tanks are the best single target boss tanks. They take less damage than everybody else as long as played correctly. Now the problem is, playing for as long as I've seen very few Death Knight tanks out there that are played correctly. But it's no reason that you need to supply a crutch for them. That's just you should make a post saying Death Knight tanks are successful. Learn to play them. That's all Blizzard should have done. But hey, whatever. It's Blizzard. In due time, they always make things easier for everybody, as we all know with the Firelands nerf and all that sort of stuff. That's okay. That's my rant. That's my hey douchebags. Stop being fail. Little rant on Death Knights. Um, I'm gonna do a couple things here. Really, or one quick thing, which is my top three RPG games. Since it's already 3 minutes and 45 seconds. My top three RPG games. I'm gonna start at the bottom with, but definitely not the worst. Now my camera for some reason does backwards, but Xenosaga. Xenosaga is one of my favorite games. It was a great addition to the Xeno series, although Xenosaga Episode 1, I should be specific, because Episode 2 was kind of bad. Actually, it's kind of really bad. Episode 3 was okay, it was a little better, but Episode 1 was the best. So look up Xenosaga Episode 1. Check out screenshots, gameplay videos. And for PlayStation 2, it's an old game, so definitely check that out. The next one, second on the list, is actually is two of them. More likely the series. Like I'm going through series here. It seems like Xenosaga, but I would just stick with Episode 1 for that one. Anyways, the Tales series, Tales of Symphonia and Tales of Vesperia. Those are phenomenal games, both of them, honestly. Which one's better is absolutely arguable. Tales of Symphonia was the one that I first played back on the GameCube. It was 2 discs. It was phenomenal game, really, just straight up and down. It was a change to the RPG world, whereas you sit there and you play, you run around as a stereotypical RPG, but when you enter a battle mode, it's not turn based. It does the whole screen wipe whatnot, and then you go into a battle mode. Um, but when you're in there, you actually can wander around and you have combos, and it's like a hack and slash sort of thing, similar to like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts I will put into something later, because Kingdom Hearts is an action RPG. So I'm going with your stereotypical RPG setups right now. So Tales of Symphonia, kind of pioneered that, I'd say, a little bit. Tales of Vesperia was a great addition. Tales of Vesperia came out for the Xbox 360. That was also a great game. The storyline behind that was insane. It was everything about both of those games were really good. So if you can, check out both of those. Tales of Symphonia for the GameCube, um, and then Tales of Vesperia for the Xbox 360. Now, last but not least, as everybody knows, and really the only people that can take the number one spot is Final Fantasy. You all know this. Final Fantasy, to be specific, you can't put a top on it. Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gonna kill it at 10. 13 was playable, but not that great. 10 was the last decent effort at an RPG, I would say, out of Square Enix, SquareSoft, back when, whatever you wanted to call it. Yeah, Final Fantasy X I actually did enjoy. A lot of people will give crap about it, but it was good. And the reason my face is purple right now is because there's a glowing zero on the background that just changed to, yes, Zero from Mega Man. Um, but the 10 was a good one. 10, people will say, no, 10 was crap, blah, blah, blah. No, it was the first actually major, realistic 3D experience that they threw out there. I mean, yeah, all of them were 3D, all of them were this, but I mean, in order to make something true 3D, they had to make it somewhat linear, which is why they had the path that you had to run down, and every once in a while you had an area that you could explore, like, what was the name of it? The plains area where all the chocobos were running around and stuff. I mean, they did have that, but they can't just do that entire thing like that. It doesn't look realistic. So they made the path that you could run across and all that sort of stuff, and it was good. It really was. Plus, Blitzball was fucking phenomenal. I put hundreds of hours into that one. It was stupid. I've got 2 game saves with like over 200 hours each into it. It was really, if you look at it, a good game. So anybody that throws anything out there about it being bad, shut up. Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and 9. Which one is better? Oh my god. He better not say 8. He better not say 7. He better not say 9. Well, here's the thing. Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 9, I would say, had a slightly better story than 7. And most people will sit there and be like, what the hell are you talking about? And be like, it's true. It did. Final Fantasy 7 had the best combat setup. Final Fantasy 7 definitely had the best concept setup. Final Fantasy 10 had the best leveling setup, whereas the Sphere Grid, I like that, okay? A lot of people hated it, but whatever. You can actually control what kind of character you want your character to be by sending them down other people's paths. That was cool. You had more control over what you wanted your character to be. So, shut up. Final Fantasy VIII, the best summoning system. The way you could boost the power of your summons, and I liked how the fact that you actually had to beat your summon before you could actually play them. It was a pain in the ass, especially for the Tonberry. It's a serious pain in the ass, but it was still, I liked it how you actually had to earn your summon and not just, hey, pick it up, hey, look, let's summon it. And then there's the Materia system from 7. The Materia system everybody loved. People are like, kind of wish I could go back to it, la da da da. Yeah, no, it's true. So really, honestly, I'm listing all of these out because if you took the Materia system from 7, the storyline from 7 and 9, the summoning system from 8, the leveling system from 10, and then threw it into the 3-dimensional planes worlds of 13. Yes, I'm mentioning 13 because 13 actually did have a well drawn out map setup. So if you were to throw all of those together, and that was really the only thing that 13 had, all those together, you'd create one beast-ass game, for real. Square Enix needs to stop dicking around with their shit and put it together and look at what they have that has been the best in the past and then throw together a compilation. They have 13, actually they have like 15 or 16 freaking games out for Final Fantasy. If you guys remember Mystic Quest from the Super Nintendo, that wasn't even in the number system. There's lots of them out there, and they should learn from what they've done in the past and throw them all together in one mega compilation. People will love them, or just remake some of the old ones. Honestly, is what they can do with little tweaks and shit. People will love them instead of. Sorry, I woke up like 30 minutes ago. So yeah, that's I'm just gonna kill it here. That's my rant. Death Knights, stop being fucking fail. There we go. Point at the camera. Stop being fail. All right, seriously. But whatever. At least you got your crutch coming up. And Xenosaga, episode 1, just 1. Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia. And then you have Final Fantasies. All of these actually get a 4.5. 4.5. The reason. Oh, and I said before I've never played a game that ever got a 5. I lied. There is one game out there that I have given 5 stars, and no game has ever been able to live up to that since then. And that game, simply put, Legends of Zelda. Ocarina of Time, to be specific. That was... I had beaten that game more times than I could freaking count. It's like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, who knows. I even have the limited edition... you could only get it when you pre-ordered it with the remastered dungeons, whatnot. When I pre-ordered Wind Waker, I got Ocarina of Time standard thing for the GameCube instead of the 64 with another disc of remastered dungeons. Now, if you thought the Water Temple sucked the first time, the Water Temple takes on a whole new level of holy shit with the remastered dungeon version. So, yeah, but that's it. That is the one game that I've ever given a 5 stars in my book is Legends of Zelda Ocarina of Time. But that making the top spot, all these other games, especially these 5 or 10, these 3 series that I've listed today, get a 4.5 and an upper side of the 4.5 scale. So that's my that's it say for today. I will catch you guys sometime later, and be sure to check out some Panzer stuff on Trade Chat for 4.3 for the stuff that I did not talk about, if you do not already know. If not, check out MMO Champion. They do very good cover-ups for all that sort of stuff. Also, Wowhead. I'm a personal favorite to MMO Champion. So, yes. Peace out. I'll catch you guys later.